Hi, this is Ron McTube. Today on Hunter Colorado, we're here at Yukon Valley, and I'm here to talk about what I'd like to propose as one of the next great ones, and it's the Great One Caribou. So I want to hear your thoughts about it. Drop in the video description, comments, what you feel could be really good about a Great One Caribou. And there's a few interesting points I've got, which I think you'll like when I go over them. Right, in the latest poll, big game won overall. There was numerous polls. It wasn't just one on the official The Hunter Colorado Discord. There was one on Expansive World's YouTube, and overall big game won. And I was actually going to include the Great One Caribou in my video that I did on big game for that, but I thought the video is a bit too long and I weren't sure that how the community would like a Great One Caribou. But when I made that video, the amount of people in the comments saying, what about a Great One Caribou? I thought, damn, I wish they'd just put the actual footage in there, because I actually filmed the footage for it to add to that video, but I just didn't want to make it too long, and I wanted to keep you interested, and I thought we'll see what people say in that big game Great One video, and a lot of people did want a Great One Caribou, so I thought we'll make a separate video just on the Great One Caribou, and that's why we're at Yukon Valley today. Now I was thinking about what would make a Great One Caribou so good that you couldn't really not add it, or make it like one of the top three that you could add. And when you start looking at the points, the plus points for it, they just stack up one after another. So I'm going to go over them right now and do a bit of hunting for caribou as we talk about it. So first of all, as you can see, they're easy to grind, right? They're in daylight as well, which a lot of people like. They don't really prefer to hunt in dark over light. So you've got good visibility. They're easy to find. You can hunt them during drinking need zone times, right? So they're not too hard. They're fun and they look great. That is a troll. That's actually about smaller than the other than the four, so we'll shoot it anyway. But as you can see, they're really easy to grind. And this is one of the things with great ones. You do need the mechanics to work for them as well, which will make them more popular. And I think if you're going to spend 6-9 months making a new Great One, all the factors should work together. So it should be fun to hunt, it should look great, and it should work within the mechanics of how you grind for a Great One. Some people don't like that, but if you're grinding for a Great One, you want to be having a good time doing it. You don't want a chore it. You don't want to be pulling your hair out every time you're going, because you're going to get bored, you're going to get burnt out. So it should always be fun, and like I say, you should enjoy just going out trying to get one. That's what I think works best. And like I say, if you're spending 6 months or so making one, what's the point in making one that's not going to work within some of these factors we're talking about? Because what's going to end up happening is a lot of people are just not going to hunt it. So the fun factor has to be there. That's very important. And like I say, caribou work really well for this. Like I say, visibility, fun to hunt, look great, and I'd love to hear what you think a Great One Caribou should look like. We'll get one of these in a minute. We'll get this Troll 5 out of the way. And that's not just it. That is not just it. There's quite a few other factors which, once I start explaining to you, you'll think, he's actually on point with this. I agree. And that's why I want you to comment and let me know what you think. But yeah, I was surprised by how many asked for a Great One Caribou. So here you go. I knew it was going to be a troll anyway. It was quite a small rack for a 5. They do troll a lot, caribou and reindeer. But what would you do to make a Great One Caribou? Let me know in the comments. Would you have, like, instead of 2 antlers, like 4 antlers? Or would you have extremely big antlers with lots of different palms and things coming off? There's so much you could do, and it's just down to the vision of what you know, what we can come up with and what the artists and the dev team can make. But what fur variations would you like? They have got a few different fur variations already as standard, but what would you like? Would you like a mythical sort of caribou? Would you like something realistic with just massive antlers? What would make a Great One Caribou? Let me know in the comments. I think it would be super popular. Also, map choices, which is what we're going to go over now. Currently, you only get caribou on Yukon Valley, right? But some of you will know this, some of you won't. But are reindeer and caribou the same? Well, yes, they are the same species. It's just reindeer and caribou are the same animal, right? And are a member of the deer family. In Europe, they're called reindeer. In North America, the animals are called caribou. So it's just basically down to location, whether you call them reindeer or caribou. So that means instead of just having Yukon for caribou, you can have Medved tiger and do the reindeer. So you could do both of those at the same time. So that gives it another point. You've got two different locations, and not just that. There is room on the map for another location up near sort of Lapland, Greenland area. And a lot of people do request this as a new map. So you could add them there. So that'd be like 3 areas. And I'll go over that on the map in a minute. So you could have 3 locations, and you could do reindeer, the Great One, and caribou, the Great One, and just do them with the same furs. Maybe slightly tweak the furs, but keep the same antler system. And just because one's a reindeer, one's a caribou. I don't know. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments. Would you like both those doing? I think we should do this with species that have got very similar ones, like wolves. What else? We've got bisons, of course, slightly different, but those, you could do a great one for each of those. Maybe just give them a slight different fur variation, but a lot of the similar aspects of what makes a great one for that species. But it would then add across multiple maps, and you get multiple great ones at the same time. So we've come to Medved tiger, and I'm just going to show you what the reindeer are like here, because they're fun to hunt here. So like I say, it suits, and they're both at the same drinking need zone times, caribou and reindeer. So there's so much in common, and they work really well at Medved tiger too. So they work at both locations, and then we're going to go over where I'd like to add a third map to add a third location. So there's nothing but plus points for adding a Great One caribou, a Great One reindeer. Like I say, the map choices, look at this, the groups, they're really easy to find and grind, and it would work well. What you been up to this week, let me know in the comments in the Hunt of Colour Wild. Have you had any nice trophy animals? Had any great ones, any rares? Let me know what you've been up to. I've been grinding fallow deer and red deer as usual. I've got up to 70 diamonds now on my latest red deer Great One hunt. So there must be one of those due soon. My fallow deer last one was it 91, 92 diamonds. So that was a very long grind. And it looks like this red deer Great One current grind's going to be about the same. I'm only grinding the red deer at the moment because I'm still after that super rare. And we're at 339 diamond red deer and still no super rare red deer. We've had 5 Great One red deers during the grind, but no super rare red deer. So that's what I'm hoping for. But if we get another Great One while I'm trying to search for it, then we'll take that as a bonus. But let me know in the comments what you've been hunting. But as you can see, these reindeer, a lot of fun to hunt, and not too hard. In daytime, like I say, same need zone time as caribou at Yukon Valley. So you just swap over. If that, you could do both. Imagine you could grind both. You could like hunt on there, swap over to here if you wanted to, or in between. And like I say, because they're both the same need zone times, if you fancy swapping around, you could do that. There's so many plus points of why they would work as the next Great One. I'll just shoot these over here, and then we'll look at the other reasons why to add a Great One caribou. I'm using the Zaza 308. If you're wondering what gun I'm using, it's perfect for grinding caribou, reindeer. It is one of the best ARs in the game, one of the best rifles. You should drop. Come on. Another 2 down. Like I said, it's so easy and a lot of fun, and this would definitely work well. Right, so you remember I was on about a new map location? Well, let's talk about that, and let me know what you think about that as well, because I think this would work perfectly for adding a Great One caribou or reindeer. So here is the world map. Now, what normally happens is that you look at this map, you can see where there's 3 locations where there's not places where maps already are. And if you look up the top, say about 11 o'clock, this area, you could have Lapland, Greenland just there. So a lot of people talk about this because in the Hunter Classic, we've got a map up there called White Rime Ridge, and you could add them there. You could add reindeer there. So you'd have 3 locations, and a lot of people do ask for this. like white rime and add all the species off there. So I think that would be amazing. Maybe add snowmobiles. What do you think about that? That was in the survey. Do you want snowmobiles? So I think that would be an interesting location. Let me know, would you like Lapland, Greenland as a new map in the future? So let's collect some of these golds, stacking them up. I've had great fun today hunting for caribou and reindeer. And like I said, what do you think about it? Would you like a Great One caribou? Would you like a Great One reindeer? Should they do both of them at the same time? Let me know in the comments what you think. And where do you think you'd rank it in your, say, top 5 Great Ones? Would it be in your top 5? I'd like to know. And if you've got a top 5 or even a top 3, let me know what those are in the comments. So I'm Romic Tube. We've been hunting, talking about the Great One Caribou. We've been playing the Hunter Colour Wild. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to these channels. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.